Looking ahead. Plus 239 food. Image.
Greetings, everyone, and welcome back to Home Quest.
Looking ahead. Great work. You have proved the means to survive, but your settlement is still weak. First of all, we have to expand further. Build a houses and shelter more inhabitants. Raise your population to 10. Image. Looking ahead.
Alright, we have our first information about our quest. Before I can even begin, Home Quest is already telling us what we need to do. I'm going to turn my speaking rate down so I can repeat everything comfortably.
Headings. Volume. Speaking rate. 65%. 60%. Lines. Speaking rate. Lines.
Alright, and thank you very much for joining me for Home Quest. My name is Michael Gray, and you are Newdeath Gaming. And please like, subscribe, drop me a comment if you have a question, and share this. If you have never been to any of these videos, these are blind accessible videos. There are no graphics. My pronouns before that are he, him. She'll get that spoken. And there are no graphics, no video cams or anything like that. So everything here is completely blind accessible. The game information and links can be found in the description. And if it isn't found in every description, I have a whole list of games that I play that you can easily find in one of the descriptions. So just want to be very open about that I don't always put every single thing that I'm playing in a video in the description. Usually I do, but that's usually something you can find from my list of accessible games. So if you really want to find an easy link and you don't want to type the game's title, you can easily find the collection of videos that are in my, every year I make a list of like 2019, 2020, and 2021 top accessible games. In that list, it has the first looks, it has kind of like short tutorials. Sometimes there's a couple of videos in a row about the same particular accessible game. And there's usually a few short Let's Plays as an introduction. I do reviews in all those kind of games. And in those particular games, 90% of the time, the game has its link if you want to bypass looking for it. Now, also, I will let you know, I get the exact spelling of any game that I'm playing in the title of the video. And the game that I'm playing will always be first in the title. So in this case, it'll be Home Quest, H-O-M-E, second word, Q-U-E-S-T. And if I do have a chance to, I will always put the developer's information there. If there are any features of the game that are remarkable, such as Home Quest has quite a few remarkably great features. Those will be included in the description also, including whether it's compatible with voiceover, etc., etc. And also, the wonderful, lovely, beautiful sounds of nature space. Live, work, pray, study, meditate, research, ambience, dungeon master, game master, anything you need to do to make your day a happier, wonderful place. Nature space can really take away those doldrums of the day-to-day life that makes life kind of like not that fun, but it turns it all into really relaxing, immersive experiences, like the sounds of breaking dawn, or a waterfall over a misty mountaintop, or deep underwater, or a field of fireworks, or deep, dark sands of a desert, or the luscious, gorgeous skies of a starlit night. Nature space can bring you to all the places you want to go, and you don't even have to step out of your own house. All you have to do is get the app. They got tons of free stuff, and if you really want to get your game together, buy the full package. It's 100% worth it. It's excellent and completely blind accessible, visually impaired accessible. It's wonderful. I bought the whole package myself, and I love it. Use it every day. My favorite app. And as always, we are continuing with a tutorial mode today. Not a Let's Play per se, but we will Let's Play in order to open up all parts of the game so that you, as the subscriber watcher, can make sure that you know exactly how to play this game. Because this game can be a little bit confusing as you open up certain options. And even I got a bit confused on my first tutorial selection of this game because I kind of forgotten how to do certain activities in the game. But for now, I think I've got it straight. I just have to remember to set workers to certain tasks. And now we're going to find out what our next mission is. And you kind of heard it when I first started the video, but we're going to listen to it again. By the way, again, voiceover commands work completely with this. So I'm going to 2-finger swipe down, and you're going to hear what we need to do next.
Looking ahead, great work. You have proved the means to survive, but your settlement is still weak. First of all, we have to expand further. Build a few houses and shelter more inhabitants. Raise your population to 10. Image. Looking ahead. Selected. Log. Button. Town. Button. Treasury. Button. Work.
Alright. And I'm going to 2-finger, slightly spread apart, touch the screen to stop voiceover, which is your universal command to make voiceover settle down and quiet down a bit. Basically be silent or stop. So we need to get a population of 10, and that is our mission today. We need to build some houses. Then after we build houses, we need to build a few more farms. We probably need to get a couple more workers to work. So let's start doing that right now. First, let's find out what our resources level are right now. So we're going to go ahead and check our treasury.
Question mark. Dim. Question mark. Question mark. Dim. Button. Question mark. Question mark. Question mark. Question mark. Looking ahead. Great. Selected. Log. Button. Town. Button. Treasury. Button.
Okay, there's our treasury.
2 population.
Alright, we already know our population is very minimal. Let's go ahead and find out how many things we have in our treasury.
Gold edition. Food. Plus 0.54.
Oh, great.
Plus
so
0.56.
Food
Plus
is
0.54.
Okay, as you can hear, our food will continue to move up and down. This is an idle game also. So unlike many games that are really just don't do anything right in front of you, this game you'll hear the numbers count up or down as you listen. Okay, our food is looking pretty good. We've got 0.5 something food. That's good. I'd actually like to get that food up to at least 2.0 just to start off a little bit, because we're going to be having a few more mouths to feed.
Food, 300, 100% full, increasing by 0.54.
Oh, God,
Heading.
that's great. We need to get our workers away from producing food because it looks like we are overflowing. Now, let me briefly talk about what overflow is before we even move on further. Overflowing is a simple term. I talk about this a lot in my older videos of Hustle Castle. Many of you who remember those videos
Food,
know
300, 100% full, increasing by 0.55. Heading. Food,
Thank you, Home
300,
Quest.
100% full.
I have a big problem with overflow. So overflow is when you don't move your workers to do a new job and you just keep having them do a job that they fill up the entire amount of your storage and they don't create anything new. It's highly wasteful. And it's one of my only pet peeves I have in video games. Okay, one of my worst pet peeves is, I used to be, I've got to tell you some of my stories. I'm not going to start today because once I start down that road, everyone knows Mike's stories go on forever. So I was going to tell you an old Street Fighter 2 story, but I'll save that for another day. I will save that for a day when I'm in a talky mood and we're not working on a tutorial. However, one of my pet peeves is overflow, and that means that you've got to move workers off of a job that they're not doing anything. You do much better in a game if you're actively and gamefully
100% full.
So let us get these 2 workers doing something different soon. But actually, maybe we'll leave one person doing farming and one person doing wood, because I think we actually could get some more wood. Let's find out by listening to our resources.
Wood, 150, 100% full, stable.
Okay,
Heading.
our wood is also 100% full. So we are really going to need to get ourselves some storage. And I'm going to hope that we've opened up storage. Now we may not have, but we may have. Storage is what you're going to use in Home Quest to put all your spare resources. Storage must be built. You've got to always build up your storage. It's very inexpensive in the early parts of the game, but it gets extremely expensive later. So take advantage of the early game to build yourself up a substantial amount of spare resources.
Plus 0.74 from jobs, minus 0.2 to population, total, plus 0.54, plus 0.75 from jobs, minus 0.2 to population, total, plus 0.54. Plus 0.74 from job.
So what's happening is that when you
Plus
swipe
0.74 from
to
jobs.
a
Minus
resource, it will keep reading
Workers.
over and over
Question
again.
mark. Dim. Button.
So that's why I'm going to have to keep moving here, because it just keeps reading it because the number keeps changing.
Stone. 0% full.
Okay, we have
Stable.
no
Heading.
stone, so we're going to need some stone. So we're going to need to build something that creates stone. So it's going to be a quarry of some kind. And I think that is our very next thing we need to work on. Let's find out how we do that.
Plus wood. 150. 100%
Okay, so we
full.
know what our
Stable.
resources
Heading.
are. Let's go ahead and go to our
Question mark. Dim.
tabs.
Button. Question mark. Dim. Button. Town. Button. Selected. Treasury. Workers. Button. Question mark. Dim. Worker. Selected. Town. Button.
Go to town.
Selected. Town.
Now that we're in town, let's get some more people housed. We need to build some houses.
Utility. Button. Selected. Production. Button. Utility. Plus 0.54. Food. Plus 0.54.
Utilities.
Utility. Button. Selected. Production.
Production.
Button. Question mark. Have 3. Question mark. Selected. Utility. Button.
Let's go to
Selected.
utilities.
Utility.
I think it might be utilities that we are going to build our house. I'll find out here in a second.
Production. Button. Question mark. Have 1. Cost. Wood. 10. Stone. House. Increases population
that's a
cap by 2.
house.
Image.
Okay,
House.
we might be able to build another house because let's find out if we can build another house first.
Build. Dim. Button.
No, we can't build another house
House. Increases population cap by 2.
because I think we
Image.
need stone. We're going to need to get stone.
Have 1. Cost. Wood. 10. Stone. 10.
Wood
Not
10,
enough.
stone 10, not enough. So did you hear that? When you hear not enough, that means, of course, you don't have enough. You can't build it. So the point is we need to get the resources required to build it. So let's go ahead and find how to build a stone gathering operation.
House. Build. Dim. Log. Button. Selected. Town. Button.
Town.
Treasury. Button.
Sorry about that. I have a little bit of a lawnmower in the background.
Selected. Town. Button. Treasury. Button.
Treasury.
Workers. Build. Dim. Button. Log. Button. Selected. Town. Treasury. Workers. Button.
Let's go over to workers and make
Selected.
sure if there's not
Workers.
any other jobs they can take.
0 free workers. Resources. Farmer. Increases food by 2/6. Add farmer. Dim.
We
Button.
can add more farmers.
Remove farmer. Cat R. Romy. Add farmer. 2/6.
Well, let's remove one of the farmers.
Add farmer. Remove farmer. Button.
Because I don't think we're
Free
going to
1.
need constant people working on food because we're already maxed out.
Logger. Increases wood by 0.5.
Okay, we're fine on loggers.
0/30. Add logger. Remove logger. Dim. Quarryman. Increases stone by
There we
0.33.
go. Okay, so one of the things you're going to be surprised is that buildings are going to pop up. And also, well, buildings are not going to pop up. Let me be more accurate here. Your gathering resources availability are going to pop up. You're going to get new things that just come out of nowhere. Like all of a sudden, oh, you can gather this. Oh, all of a sudden you can gather that. So all of a sudden, because we got that information about our new mission, our new quest, the voice, the narrator, the dungeon master, basically, we've been told that we need to build a home. Now, how can you build a home? Well, automatically we can now gather stone. So that is our brand new job. So we're going to put one of our workers to work on the quarry.
0/30.
And as you heard those two variables, it's 0 out of 30. So we can have up to 30 persons working on that job.
Quarryman. Increases stone by
And that's going to be
0.33.
a quarry person. So let's
0/30. Add quarryman. Button.
go ahead.
1. Free 0.
At that, now we have one person gathering stone. We have one person gathering food. That's perfectly fine. Now that we've got people gathering food, and that's your telltale sign of what you need to do. Whenever you're a little stuck, go to your workers tab. That's what I usually do. Go to your workers tab, analyze everything in your workers tab, make sure there's not any new resources. And this is especially going to be true. I'm going to spoiler alert. So if you don't want to know some of the new stuff that comes up, if you're playing along with me, you might want to fast forward about 20 seconds. Okay, are you ready? All right. Spoiler alert. Later in the game, you're going to have lots of towns. You're also going to have lots of different resources that pop up when you discover new lands. So, whenever you get to a new land, every land has a unique resource. You're going to want to check your workers tab to find out what new resources there are. And that's it. All right. For those of you who skipped my spoiler, welcome back. I didn't want to make sure, I don't want to ruin the game experience for you, because the funnest part about this game is being surprised by the cool stuff. Today's coffee is brought to you by the lovely Sweetie Belle, my very lovely, cute, darling partner barista. I'm very fortunate to live in a coffee house. I love it. Love having coffee. Gotta have the day, coffee, games. That's a show I have on Saturdays. Just thought I'd drop the plug there. That was shameless plug. But I'm getting so old that I've got to drop plugs now, because that's the only way to get information out, by plugging it. But yeah, Coffee and Games with Mike on Saturdays might be a new episode coming. It's been a pretty interesting year, let's just say. All right, I might have a few things to say this weekend. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, now that we've got a quarryman working, let us go back up and build something here.
Question mark. Dim. Log. But remove core. Add quarryman. 1/30. Question mark. Dim. Button. Question mark. Selected. Workers. Treasury. Town. Button.
Let's go back up to
Selected.
town.
Town.
And town's going to be where you get your building done. So town's going to have primarily where you branch off to all the other things that you need to do.
Question mark. Dim. Have 1. House. Increases population cap by 2. Image.
Okay, I think
house.
we can now build a house.
Build. Button.
All right, great. We have enough to build a new house. Let's get a couple houses built. And all you're going to do is touch the house when you hear house. And then make sure you listen to whether or not you have the appropriate resources. In this case, 10 wood, 10 stone. Swipe over to where you hear build.
Log. Button. Build. Button.
And go ahead and double tap after you hear build.
Build.
And now you can queue it up more than one. So don't be shy. You can double tap that again.
Build.
And now I'm building 2. If you want to hear what that comes out to, swipe one more time.
13/20 plus 1. Button.
13/20. And then you'll hear another number. That is because we only have one master builder. Now that is not represented yet in the game. It's assumed that you as the player is the master builder, and these are your people, which is why I speak of you as the almighty, powerful, godlike person who builds everything in these towns, because you kind of are. But yes.
19/20. Have 3.
As you
Cost.
can hear,
Wood.
we're
15.
now,
Stone.
we've already
15.
completed 1. And if you hear voiceover starts announcing the next building. So, and we can do this several ways. You know, we can build multiple things this way. So this is not the only way we can do this. Oh, thank you. Thank you, sir. But yeah, we can do this multiple ways. We can build and go to another tab and work on that. But basically, just build a few things at one, monitor them a little bit, and once they've been built, and once you get the hang of it, then you don't have to wait around for things to be built. And this is what we call the queue. So the queue is a really universal thing in most real-time strategy games. Some role-playing games. It's really unusual to have queues in a straight-up role-playing game, but it is very common in town builders. So now that we've got that house done, from the time I was talking and saying hello to my UPS delivery person, I respect delivery people very much. It is a very difficult job. Let me swipe and get us one more house.
House. Increases population cap by 2. Image.
Oh, actually, we need to get 10 people, so we've already bought 2 houses. That would bring our cap to 6. We probably need to build 2 more houses. Let's go ahead and build 2 more.
Have 3. House. Increases population cap by 2. Image. Build. Button.
1,
Build.
2.
Build.
Okay, we built 2 more houses, which is great. That should be fine. Actually, let's just build 1 more house for good luck.
Build. Dim.
Okay, cool. We got 3 houses. And now it's dimmed out because we're probably out of resources. Okay, while those houses are being built, we're going to be building up our population. Let's check our resources
Build.
and make
Button.
sure everything is great.
Treasury. Button. Selected.
Check our treasury here.
Food. 274. 91% full.
Our
Decreasing
food
by
is
minus
great.
0.23.
Okay, so
Heading.
as you can
Food.
hear,
274.
our food is
91%
going
full.
down
Decreasing
because we
by
have
minus
more people
0.33.
moving into our
Heading.
town.
Food.
As you
273.
get more people, your food's going to decrease.
270. Wood. 65. 43%
Okay, our
full.
wood is
Stable.
going down
Heading.
a little bit. We might want to put one of our workers at least working on chopping wood. Let's probably get that done.
Empty in 8 meters. Plus. 0.37
Okay,
per
this
job.
is something
Minus
new.
0.
Your
Empty in 8
resources
meters.
will
Plus.
also
0.
give you,
Stone.
and there's something really
44.91.
weird. You'll notice that it
full.
never stops
Increasing
talking.
by 0.30.
Yeah.
Full in 5 meters. Log. Button.
Okay. You have to swipe over to log if you want it to stop talking. Okay. And I learn as you all learn with me, so let's play together. One of the things I like to do in the channel is play games along with you. I know I talk a lot to be having this in the background, but I like playing with you. So if you are willing to, I'd really like you to play these games along with me, download these games, play these games, and that way we can accomplish everything together. I really want to have more people just like myself playing these games, sharing our experiences and things like that. So download these games, play these games with me, and let's share our experiences together, okay? And everything that we are doing together. And if you find something really fantastic, share it with me. Just like when I find something really awesome, I will share it with you. Okay, so what's happening now is that we're going to put a worker probably in each one of the main resource gathering. And I call that a good strategy, because we know one resource is always going to be getting a small amount of resources being gathered. And it's safe to say that you don't want to overflow your resources. So whenever you feel like you are hitting that overflow amount, which means you've got so many resources and not enough things, just keep building outward. You're never hurting yourself by building a large population. Trust me, you're going to want a large population because, please, I'm going to drop another spoiler. Fast forward 20 seconds into the video if you don't want to hear the spoiler. 3, 2, 1, spoiler alert. Alright, if you've stuck around, I'm going to tell you the spoiler. So you get to battle different armies throughout the world, and they are really cool. There's all kinds of fantasy slimes and goblins and large creatures, and it's really cool. Trolls. So one of the things you want to have is a very big population, and you're going to need to build that population eventually. But we haven't gotten to that part yet, so that's why I'm throwing the disclaimer, the spoiler alert. Okay. Hello, all of you who have come back from my spoiler alert. Again, I will always try to throw a spoiler alert out before I reveal something that's going to happen. And please do not watch my first look video if you don't want to see the end version of everything you can get in the game. I highly advise you, if you don't want to spoil the surprises for yourself, do not watch my video until you've had a chance to play the game yourself. And after you've played the game, then watch my video and compare notes. So if I'm dropping a video, don't worry if you don't watch it right away. I would just advise get the title of the game, download the game, but if you don't want to have everything spoiled, definitely don't watch through the whole video right away. Watch it later after you've had a chance to get all the cool stuff yourself. And when it comes to building games, I myself personally hate when people spoil it for me. I do not like that. I like to get all the goodies all to myself. I really want to enjoy it. I like getting my coffee, have my little healthy snacks out, and munch on my carrots, and then just go, oh, I just unlocked something. I go, Sweetie Belle, I just unlocked something. And she's like, wee. So I like unlocking all my cool stuff myself, and I hate when people spoil a movie or a game for me. It's, ugh. It just pisses me off. I'm like, ugh. Anyway, moving on. Excuse me and pardon my language. Let us continue to move forward in this video. Now that we have one person doing each job, let us go back and check how much our population is by four-finger tapping the top of the screen.
12 population.
And now we've hit our goal. We've got 12 population. That should be all we need to satisfy our quest log.
Gold edition. Food. Decreasing. Minus 0. Food. 32.36.
If you want to know where you
decreasing
are
by
at,
minus 0.84.
click the log button.
31. Wood. Empty in 30. Stone. Full in 27s. Log. Button.
I'm going to double tap the log button.
Another life. Welcome. You find yourself in an unknown place. Unsure of what these lands might
And this
hold.
is going to give you
decide it's
all
best
the
to grow your
information
settlement.
that's been
Hurry and
spoken
assign
to
your
you.
workers to gather resources and construct your first buildings. Don't starve and build a farm. Image. Welcome. You find yourself in an unknown place. Unsure of what these lands might hold. You decide it's best to grow your settlement. Hurry and assign your workers to gather resources and construct your first buildings. Don't starve and build a farm. Looking ahead. Great work. You have proved the means to survive, but your settlement is still weak. First of all, we have to expand further. Build a few houses and shelter more inhabitants. Raise your population to 10. Image. Looking ahead.
We got that done.
Our home, now living in a small village. Your people are grateful to be here. It's not too bad here after all. The only thing we are lacking is a purpose. You understand, and devise a brilliant course of action. We shall construct a monument to rally our spirits together, and to mark this land as our new home. Build a monument. Image. Our home, to rally our spirits together, and to mark this land. New building, lumber mill, new building, stone works.
Okay,
Image.
we have some new buildings opening up. So you always want to go back to the log to find out what new things you've opened up. We have now opened up a lumber mill, which will allow us to build planks, if I'm not mistaken. So we're going to be building planks now. And a monument is going to allow us to have more workers, and it will give us the prestige to open up new buildings and new things. Just be aware, okay, spoiler alert, please fast forward 20 seconds ahead if you don't want to know this secret. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Spoiler alert. Whenever you build these new buildings, you will open up challenges from other enemies. You're inevitably going to have to deal with enemies that will come to attack you. And that is not that bad. They'll take a little bit of your resources and you'll have to pay them what we call tribute. However, it's not terribly high. I wouldn't call it oppressive tribute, it's just a little bit. But it is annoying and rather frustrating and if you've got a little pride like me, I don't like the idea of paying some warlord tribute. But yes, once you start becoming noticeable, you are subject to being conquered by monsters and by other kingdoms. So this isn't an open world against other players, so I could easily see that working in this situation. In fact, this model could very easily work with other players. I'd like to see more developers create more games where we could do that. That would be really, really fun. But yeah, alright, spoiler over. Alright, welcome back everyone who wants to listen to my spoiler. Now we've opened up lumber mills, and now we need to build a monument. Let's find out how much it takes to build. Let's build our lumber mill, and then let's assign somebody to the lumber mill because we're going to need to put a worker in that lumber mill. And then let's find out how much it takes to build a monument. And I think that's about all the time we're going to have today. We'll come back again tomorrow. We'll keep working on this till we really get a firm understanding of the basics, the step-by-step basics of this Let's Play of a home quest.
Our home, now living in a small village. Your people are grateful to be here.
Alright, let's...
It's not new building, monument. Selected, log, town, button.
Okay, let's go to town, and
12 population.
Let us build our new building. Well, let's find out how much it costs to build it, and then we're going to wrap it up.
Gold edition. Selected, utility, production, question mark, have 6. House, increases population cap by 2.
Houses.
Build, button, have 0. Cost, bricks, 110, not enough. Boards, 110, not enough.
Okay, boards and bricks are 2 new resources. So this is awesome. We've already unlocked some more resources, but those sound like they're going to be what we call, those are going to be completed new resources. Now, there are what we call raw resources and component resources, and then we're going to have what we call constructed resources. So constructed resources are going to comprise 1 or more items together, and constructed components are going to comprise several components together. And once you get those components together, you'll build something even more fantastic. And it doesn't stop there. What usually happens is your constructed components or constructed resources will combine together to create even more fantastic buildings. So just keep building pieces by pieces until you have enough of each set of materials to build the next step up in your building process. So let us go ahead and find out what we can build.
Monument. Increases building queue limit by 2. Image. Monument.
Okay, that's going to increase our building queue. Your building queue is what we talked about before. That's what allows us to put, we right now can only build one building at a time, but with by increasing our queue, we'll be able to build 2 buildings at a time. So, and we can keep increasing that, and it's really great, but it's going to get quite expensive. The more queues that we have to build, the more godlike power we have to build at the same time.
Build. Dim. Button. Log. Build. Dim. But monument. Increases building queue
Let's
limit
find
by
out
2.
how much it costs.
Image. Have 0. Cost. Bricks. 110. Not enough.
110
boards. 110.
bricks.
Not enough.
110 boards. So to build a monument, it's going to cost us 110 bricks, 110 boards. So we're going to need to find out what that requires. And I would estimate it's going to mean the lumber mill. So let's keep moving.
Monument. Build. Dim. Monument. Increases build. Log. Button. Selected. Town. Button. Treasury. Button.
Let's go up and find out what other buildings we need to build here.
Selected. Utility. Production. Button.
Let's go to production.
Selected. Production.
Now, production is usually where you want to go to find out if there are any new things that are created when we open and unlock new things from our quest log.
Question mark. Dim. Have 3. Farm. Increases farmer
We've
jobs by
got
2.
3 farms. We probably want to build one more farm so we have a little bit more food coming in.
Build. Button.
But we'll get back to that. Let's find out if there's anything new first.
Have 0. Cost. Stone. 40.
Stone 40. All right, did you hear that? We have unlocked a new building. Let's find out what that new building is that costs 40.
Stoneworks. Increases stoneworks and jobs by 1. Image.
So my voiceover pronounces it very funky. It calls it stone warts, like you have warts, like warts that are like something weird on a human. Okay, so no, it's not stone works, it's stone works. So my voiceover has a lisp just like I guess I do. So Samantha pronounces it a little strange. Your voiceover may pronounce it strange. Just use your rotor, and if you don't really hear correctly what it is pronouncing, just go letter by letter and listen to the whole word a few times till you can get it exactly. Because my voiceover may be a little too fast or maybe a little too slow for you. Okay, so we need to now start building a stoneworks.
Build. Button.
Let's go ahead and build one.
Dim.
Oh, we can only build one, sounds like. So it might be the stone requirements might be a little costly. So probably we need to put more of our workers to work on the stoneworks. So let's get started on that. So we're definitely going to need to do that. And now that we have stone coming in, I'm pretty sure we're going to be able to build bricks very soon.
28/40. Button.
All right, it's building right now. It's going to take it a while because we only have a building queue
33/40.
of
Button.
1. So this is a very bigger building. You can
37/40.
hear
Button.
that this is a much longer
1.
time
Cost.
period
Stone.
to build
180.
this.
Not enough.
Okay, we don't have enough stone to build a second one. The second one's a lot more costly. Okay, well, we have 1 stoneworks. That's all we need. We're going to need to assign somebody to that stoneworks so they can start working on it, okay? So remember, you're going to get the things for your town. So think about your town as the open world. You are the god looking down on that town. Think about your production as when you touch one of your buildings, like the side of your screen. Typically in a game, you're going to touch the side of your screen, activate like the menus that operate your productions. And that's what it is. It's like a hovering icon over your town. It's kind of like the management of your town. And your workers, that's going to be the people walking around in your town looking fashionable and cool and all that kind of stuff like that. So that's what you're going to get. All right. So let's keep swiping down to make sure there's nothing else that's been unlocked.
Stoneworks. Increase. Build. Dim. Have 0. Lumber mill. Increases woodworker
great.
jobs by 1.
We
Image.
haven't built the lumber mill yet, so let's go ahead and build the lumber mill. But let's listen to how much the lumber mill costs to make.
Have 0. Cost. Wood. 60.
Wood 60. Oh, that's easy. Let's go ahead and build a lumber mill.
Lumber mill. Increases woodworker jobs by 1. Image. Build. Button.
Okay, good.
Build. Dim.
Now we are building the lumber mill, and now we have the stoneworks. We pretty much have everything. Let's keep swiping to the right to make sure we've got everything.
9/40. Cancel. Button. Log. Button.
Okay, we got everything. Now, while that's being built, why don't we jump over real quick and get one of our workers working on our new building.
Dim. Button. 23/40. Log. Selected. Town. Treasury. Button. Workers.
Get over to our
Selected.
workers. You got to keep your workers busy. Don't worry, they're not real workers. We're not trying to be mean to people. These are just fantasy workers. They love their jobs.
10 free workers.
We got 10 free workers. Let's assign them something to do.
Resources. Farmer. Increases food by 0.37.
I don't think we need much farming, but let's, just in case.
1/6.
We have 1/. Let's add another farmer.
Add farmer. Button.
I'm going to go ahead and add
2,
a farmer
free
to
9.
that. We have 9 free.
Remove farmer. Logger. Increases wood by 0.5. 0/30.
We don't have any farm. Let's make sure we add a couple loggers.
Add logger. Button.
1,
free 8. 2. Free 7.
Now we've got 2 loggers.
Remove logger. Quarryman. Increases stone by 0.33.
Now that's our quarry person. Let's go ahead and add 2 quarry persons.
1/30. 1/30.
Now we've got 2. Oh, 1 says why can't I add more?
Quarryman. Increase 1/30.
Maybe we're out of
Quarry.
workers.
Add 2. Logger. Increases wood. Remove farmer. Add farmer. 2/6. Farmer. Increases resources.
I think we're out of workers.
7 free workers. Minus 0.
No, we have 7 free workers. We're fine.
Farmer. 2/6. Woodworker. Uses 1 wood. Produces
Okay,
0.5
we need to
points.
add a woodworker.
0/1. Add woodworker. Button. 1. Free 6.
Okay, we got 1 woodworker, which is great. Let's
1/1. Add wood. 1/1.
Okay, so that we can only have 1 woodworker, so that's great. We're good on that. I think we got 1 more person, 1 more
Add
job.
woodworker. Remove woodworker. Log. Button.
Okay, that's it.
Remove. Add woodworker. 1/1. Woodworker. Use. Remove
Let's
stonemasson.
check this
Dim.
stone
Button.
person work.
Woodworker. Use. Remove. Add stonemasson. 0/1.
Okay, why can't I add a stone worker here?
Add stonemasson. Button. 1. Free 5.
Okay, good.
1/1.
Okay, good. Now, I double tapped that, and for some reason, it did not put a stone worker there. Okay, we're good. Now we have a stone worker, which means we're going to produce bricks, and we have a lumber mill, a lumber worker, so we're going to produce boards. Boards, planks, sounds about the same. It's kind of your universal refined use of wood. These are simple gathering tools, and now we're moving up to a little bit more of a kind of like industrialized revolution here, and now we're starting to really make much more useful building products. So at first we might have had very simple, like maybe tents of animal hide, maybe we were sleeping in the trees or out in the grass, but now we're actually starting to build real structures, and our town is actually increasing in technology level, which is how I like to think of it. So we've come a long way, but we're going to stop for now. We'll come back again tomorrow. If not tomorrow, we'll come back on Sunday, but I'm pretty sure we're going to come back tomorrow. We're going to do part 3 in this step-by-step tutorial and let's play of HomeQuest, and we're going to find out how long and how many more workers we need to assign to get our new landmark put in place, and also what were we working on? Let's go ahead and check the log because I'm forgetting.
Add stonemasson. Remove stonemasson. Woodworker. 1/1.
Let's
Add woodworker.
check our log.
Remove log. Button.
Okay. Well, before we go to log, let's go ahead and throw a couple more people into jobs. While we go back and take a look, we might as well be efficient.
Remove. Add wood. 1/1. Add woodworker. Woodworker. Remove stonemasson. Button.
Okay.
Add stonemasson. 1/1. Stonemasson. Production. Remove quarryman. Button.
Quarryman. We might as well add a few more quarrymen.
Add quarryman. Button. 1/30. Add cat A. Remove quarryman. Production. Remove. Add quarryman. Button. 2. Free 4.
Let's make it about 3 quarrymen.
3. Free 3.
We've got 3 quarrymen.
3/ quarryman. Increases
Quarry
stone by 0.
persons.
Remove logger. Button. Add logger. 2/30.
We've got 2 loggers. We're gonna go and make it. Let's give ourselves 2 more logger. 1 more logger.
Add logger. Button.
Okay, now we got 3 loggers.
3/ logger. Increase. Remove farmer. Add farmer. Button.
All right, and now we have farmers.
2/6.
Let's add another couple farmers.
Add farmer. button.
1,
3, free 1,
2.
4, free
Okay,
0.
now we at least have everyone working. Now let's go back and find out what our ultimate goals is for next time.
Question mark, dim, button. Selected, treasury, town, button.
Okay, let's go
Selected,
back to town. All right,
Have
and
1. Lumber mill, increases, have 1. Lumber mill, build, log, button.
let's check
Selected,
our
log.
What we need to build here is,
Our home, now living in a small new building, Stoneworks. Image.
okay, we've got stoneworks, we've got the lumber mill.
New building, lumber mill. New building, monument, selected. New building, monument,
Okay.
image.
So that's what we need to build. So what we will do, so now that we've got 2 new, awesome new, brand new buildings, we should be very proud of ourselves. We've done a fabulous job of getting 2 new buildings built. We know exactly how to put people inside of those buildings, so they're peopled up. And we've got persons working in all of our main worker categories, and they are happy, very fruitful workers. They are having a wonderful time enjoying this beautiful town of ours. They are very excited, very happy. They are falling in love. They are picking flowers. They go to work every day, and they are enjoying the peaceful sound of birds and animals. And they are very happy that we are overseeing their safety, and everything is great so far. And now we are on the precipice of even increasing our technology to a higher level, which means building our monument. And that's exactly what we're going to do tomorrow. So thank you very much for joining me today for this part 2 of our step-by-step tutorial into HomeQuest. And I hope that you are enjoying these videos. Please, if you like them, you can like it. You can also subscribe. And if you are using VoiceOver, swipe all the way to all once you double tap that icon that says Newdeath Gaming. And it will start off with personalize. Keep swiping until you hear all, and then double tap and you will get all notifications. And if you are a person who is using vision to do this particular thing, or low vision, and you're using a sight to take a look at the things, you're going to want to kind of smash the bell notifications and make sure that that is completely on, and YouTube should inform you of any new videos I release. As of right now, I am on a very long, I think almost 3-month long streak. I release a video every day. Usually they are uploaded by about 3 p.m. I usually start filming them around noon, and after I get done with a couple of little things that happen, usually by the time 2 or 3 o'clock rolls around, they have been uploaded. So that's my usual upload time, about 2 to 3 p.m. each afternoon every day. Sometimes I get a little late start, and you might get some videos a little later. For instance, some of my really long shows like Coffee and Games and some of my longer tutorials, they may upload maybe 6 to 8 p.m. at night, but that's usually because they're a lot longer to process and render and all that stuff like that. So you know how it goes. Anyway, thank you very much. Love you all so much. Thank you for coming to the channel. Thank you so much for your support. Enjoy this beautiful day. Enjoy wonderful springtime. Love yourself, each other. Be kind. Be safe out there, please. And let's hang out again tomorrow. Thank you very much.